Are you tired of staring up at that outdated popcorn ceiling? Trust me, you're not alone. Popcorn ceilings were once all the rage back in the 70s and 80s, but now they can make your home feel stuck in a time warp. The good news? You don't have to live with it anymore. In today's video, we're diving into the best tips and tricks to fix that popcorn ceiling fast. Whether you're looking to remove it entirely, repair damaged areas, or find a modern alternative, we've got you covered. And don't worry, these hacks are simple enough that you don't need to be a DIY expert to pull them off. First up, let's talk about removing that popcorn ceiling completely. It might seem daunting, but with the right tools and techniques, it's a straightforward process. The first thing you need to do is prep your space. Lay down plastic sheeting to cover your floors and furniture. This process is messy, so you'll thank yourself later. Also, wear a mask and goggles because we don't want to be breathing in any dust or debris. If your ceiling was installed before 1980, you'll also want to check for asbestos. You can get an asbestos testing kit or hire a professional. If it tests positive, stop right there and bring in the pros. No DIY project is worth risking your health. Once your space is prepped, the easiest way to remove popcorn texture is to grab a spray bottle filled with water and lightly mist the ceiling. Let it soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. This softens the texture, making it much easier to scrape off. Then, using a wide drywall knife or a ceiling scraper tool, gently start scraping away. The popcorn should come off pretty easily. Just work in sections and be careful not to damage the drywall underneath. Alright, so you've scraped it all off, but what if there are some problem areas left? Maybe there's some damage or stains? Don't worry, we've got quick fixes for that too. For small cracks or holes, grab a bit of joint compound, also known as drywall mud. Apply it with a putty knife, let it dry, and then sand it smooth. For larger areas, a patch kit works wonders. Just cut out the damaged section, secure the patch in place, and then apply joint compound around the edges. Once that's dry, sand it down until it's smooth. But maybe scraping the whole ceiling isn't something you want to tackle. Understandable. Here's an alternative that's gaining popularity: covering the popcorn ceiling with drywall. Yes, it sounds like more work, but hear me out. By installing thin drywall panels right over the old popcorn texture, you can skip the scraping entirely. This option gives you a clean, smooth surface that's ready for painting or any other finish you want to apply. If you're looking for a faster fix, another great option is to apply a ceiling texture or finish over the popcorn. For example, you can use a skim coat, a thin layer of joint compound that you spread across the entire ceiling to create a new, smooth finish. Once it dries, sand it lightly, and voila! You've got yourself a modern, flat ceiling without removing the popcorn texture underneath. And if you want something a little more creative, how about trying wood planks or beadboard panels? These materials can add a stylish, rustic touch to any room and cover up that popcorn ceiling at the same time. They're lightweight, relatively easy to install, and give your space an instant upgrade. Now, let's talk about those of you who don't mind the popcorn ceiling but need to repair a few spots. Maybe you've got a water stain, a small crack, or a dent that needs fixing. For those small touch-ups, popcorn ceiling patch spray is a lifesaver. You can find this in most home improvement stores. It's a simple spray-on texture that blends in with the existing popcorn finish. Just be sure to prime and paint the area afterward so it matches the rest of your ceiling. For larger damaged areas, patching works, just like we talked about earlier. Cut out the damaged section, patch it, and then use the popcorn patch spray or reapply the texture manually using a stipple brush. You'll be surprised how seamlessly it can blend in when done right. But maybe you're ready for a total style change. What about trying a decorative alternative like a coffered ceiling, exposed beams, or even adding crown molding around the edges? These designs can really elevate the look of your room and take your ceiling from drab to fab. So, there you have it. Whether you're removing, repairing, or covering up that popcorn ceiling, there's a solution here that'll fit your needs and your budget. Plus, these hacks will save you time and give your home the modern look it deserves. Remember, whichever route you choose, take your time, follow safety guidelines, and have fun with it. Your ceiling doesn't have to stay stuck in the past. Transforming it can be easier than you think. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe to Elite Service Masters for more home improvement tips. Let's revamp that ceiling today.